Well, the pandemonium that is portal season has officially died down, and Arizona football has signed 23 new Wildcats for its spring roster to pretty much solidify that. So we thought, who better to have in studio to talk about this new signing class than Arizona football's new general manager, Aaron Knotts. Aaron, welcome in. Welcome to Arizona. Would love to pick up with you from when you got here to Arizona. Late December, portal's about to open. What were your top priorities with your department in anticipation for the portal opening?
Yeah, thanks, Mackenzie. Appreciate you having me on. And, you know, it was a whirlwind when we first started, right? The team was getting ready for a bowl game. I got hired right before Christmas. The portal's about to open in like 10 days. So there's a lot happening, and, you know, just try to lock myself in a room as much as I could, just constantly evaluating all the kids that we thought were going to go in the portal, and on the phone doing research and homework and trying to figure out which kids would be great fits for the program, and with the coaches' attention on a bowl game that was happening in January, which also made it challenging. So there was a lot going on when we first got here, but we made it through.
You guys did. It was a lot of coordination at the bowl game in San Diego, on site in the hotel too. And in talking about getting ready for the portal opening, we had about 20 freshmen and JUCO transfers we signed early December on signing day, but we're losing almost 30 seniors. So what were the top position group and position player needs for you guys?
Yeah, on defense, it was pretty obvious right away that on the back end, we had to shore a few things up. So in the secondary, we were losing most of our starters. We had two safeties that were playing in the Shrine Bowl, another one that was playing in the Senior Bowl. So right away, we knew we needed some defensive backs, and we went out and got 7 of them in the portal. And we got a bunch of guys that have position flexibility and can swing from corner to nickel to safety. So it's going to be interesting to see how that all shakes out and what the back end looks like next year. But I think we did a good job of addressing that need and filling the holes that were leaving the roster.
And how about on the offensive side?
Yeah, and then on offense, it all starts up front in the trenches. So we felt pretty good about what was coming back on the perimeter and in the backfield. But up front, you know, we were losing some key contributors, both on the offensive line and at the tight end position. So we brought in both 3 offensive linemen and 3 tight ends. Again, guys that can play multiple positions across the O-line, some different looking bodies in the tight end room, a combination of youth and experience, guys that have played major college football, guys that haven't but we think are young and can develop into a player down the road. So I think we did a good job of addressing those needs up front.
And I want to talk about the official visits, because you guys have those conversations when the portal opens that Friday in San Diego, and then we come back, those official visits start, you rinse and repeat for a couple weeks, and then I heard the success rate was pretty high on those.
Yeah, so for all the guys we tripped that by the end of the visit we wanted and made some sort of offer to, our hit rate was over 90%. And you're not going to get every kid you make an offer to, and there were some kids that we ended up not going on at the end of the day for different reasons, but for the kids that we tripped and we wanted, our success rate was over 90%, so pretty high hit rate there.
And as of today, we have 23 new signees. Now you could add a couple more in the coming weeks or the next month or two. But when you look at this group of 23, what jumps out about them?
Yeah, the first thing that jumps out to me is production, right? So of the 21 transfers we lost in the portal, they had combined for about 800 snaps here last year in the 2025 season. The 23 kids that we're bringing in played a combined over 7,200 snaps in the 2025 college football season. So almost a 10-fold increase from what we were losing that played here from what we were bringing in that played in college football snaps last year. So production was the first thing that jumped out to me. If they didn't have crazy production, they fell into one of 2 buckets. And we took some high potential guys that hadn't played a lot of snaps that can really raise the ceiling in the room that they're entering. And we also took some guys that can raise the floor in those rooms that we see as key depth pieces, role players, guys that can push for a starting spot, maybe are young and have time to develop and elevate the room as they get older.
And I know you talked about position versatility, but are there any other characteristics, skills, abilities that jump out about this group?
Yeah, guys that are hungry, guys that want to come here, be developed, guys that want to win a championship, team guys that fit this culture and feel the family environment and want to be developed here and not just chasing, you know, a different logo or a different compensation package somewhere else, but guys that just truly wanted to be developed, love the game of football, and want to compete.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, Aaron, for coming in today. Winter workouts are underway. Spring ball will be here before we know it, so it's going to be exciting to get to know this new group of guys. Thank you.
Yeah, no question, and thank you for having me, and go Cats.